I could go outside in the backyard and put a stand up and hang my phone on there and sit in front of the flowers and have some sunlight and some fresh air and make this video look super beautiful. Or I could turn the light on in this room and get out of this darkness. But this message is about us living in a culture that give importance to things that's meaningless. Matter of fact, not even meaningless, giving importance to things that are killing us. You know, a lot of people gonna start watching this video like, why is it so dark? You know, like, why does he sound like that? You know, start criticizing, you know, how the message is being given to them, or criticizing the messenger instead of just accepting the message for what it is and letting it soak in and taking heed and applying it and then making a change. You know, like, I make videos every here and there, and every time I make a video, somebody nitpick something about it and say, "Oh, you should make a video about this and that, and about this and that, or be, give more insights." And I decided, some people, a lot of those questions on my YouTube or that people DM me make sense, you know. And this video is about why does it cost so much to be, a vegan or raw vegan or fruitarian, which I am raw vegan / fruitarian, and I happen to think that we live in a space where everything is backwards, like we should start questioning everything that's in front of us. I don't think you should have asked me why is all those things so expensive. I think you should have asked me, why are all the processed foods so cheap? Why is hot dogs so cheap? Why is cold cuts so cheap? Why, as soon as you walk in the store, a Snicker bar is right in your face, and then when you leave out the store, a Tic Tac is right in your face? Why are all those things so cheap? Let's look at this for instance, right? We live in a place where people get paid for their energy and their labor. Energy costs, labor costs. Let's look at a coconut, for instance, right? You go to the store to buy a coconut. One coconut is about $4 for a green, young coconut. And then when you walk in the store by the little coolers, they got the coconuts in the cartons, or, or whatever they have them in. You could get like a half a gallon of coconut water for about $2. And if you really look at it and you see the amount of coconuts it would take to fill up that container, it would take about 6, 7, 8 coconuts to fill up that container. Not only it would take that much coconuts to fill up that container, imagine the labor it took from chopping a coconut to busting it open to putting it in the cart, and then the packaging, the cost of all the stuff, and putting it on the shelf. Now ask yourself, which is and that's one of the reasons why I don't drink those coconut waters. If it didn't fall from that tree and then I slice it open myself and I really enjoy the real electrolytes of that coconut, I don't want that thing on a carton that's been sitting on that in that fridge on the shelf for the longest. Now my point is, right, so they did all this thing, package it and rip it open and use all those coconut water and give it to you for cheaper than one coconut. Something has to be wrong about it. I don't care if they say it's 100% coconut or whatever the case may be. There has to be something in there. Some water is diluted. It's got to be something about it. There's no way somebody's going to use that many coconuts and package it for you and make it life easier for you, where you could just twist the cap and drink it and give it cheaper to you than the actual real thing that's helpful and healthy for you. I ain't with that. No, we live in like a death culture. Like, it's kind of like people are racing towards death. And most people will be like, oh, so what? You eat healthy and you exercise and all that stuff. We're all gonna die anyway. Yes, nobody's gonna live forever. But if you ask me, there's a way that, you can live forever and live for a very long time that which is a whole different conversation. And we're not going to talk about that because this is not what this video is about. Because anyone that knows it's bigger than the flesh, is bigger than the body. But that's another conversation. Okay, let's just talk about the norm. We're all going to die from what people think, and nobody's going to live forever. It's not about dying. Of course, everybody's going to die. But yesterday, before you got up today, you made plans to wake up today. What you gonna do, what you gonna wear, how much you gonna make, what you gonna eat, and so on and so forth. So, unless you're having some mental issues, nobody ever plans to die. You plan on waking up today. So the plan is not to die. The plan is to come here and to live and enjoy our best life and have great experiences no matter what happens along the way that we go through, that we learn from. We keep pushing on and we move on. Yes, we're going to die, but the plan is not about dying. It's about living your best life the best way you possibly can while you're here. Yeah, we're all going to die, but I'm not planning to die. We're all planning to live and live in the best way possible. And a major part of living the best way possible is your health. If you got to run, the best way of running, you got to be healthy. For you to see the best way possible, you got to be healthy. You know, for your vocal cords, everything you can talk about as far as like your physical body, it has to do with your health. So you can say, oh, we're going to die anyway. Yeah, we're going to die. But yeah, before you die, you're going to have to live. And for me, while being here, I want to live the best way possible. You know, I'm not going to be here racing towards death. Yeah, we're going to die anyway. Let me chug a gallon of liquor every day. Oh, but we're going to die anyway. Let me snort a pound of coke. Nah, bruh. Yeah, we're all going to die. But before we die, we're going to live. And if I'm going to live, I'm going to live my best life. If I got to be in shape, I'm going to be in shape. Let's just put it like this, right? If everybody had to walk around naked, like, wish there was a time where people walked around like that, we didn't have all these clothes possible, I guarantee you there would be more people that would be in shape and eating way better. Because it's just like most people that's out of shape. As soon as they shirts start rising, they do this little thing like, and they pull their shirt down. That's one sign of insecurity. That's one sign that shows like, yo, if you had to walk around naked all day, you probably would do better. You probably would eat better. You probably would work out. And you would look better because you don't want to walk around all day with people looking at your rolls. It takes a whole lot of mental work for you to be out of shape and to be like, all right, fuck it, I'm out of shape. I'm just going to walk around naked and just die. To me, that sounds like a sickness, because when people sick, that means your sickness can possibly kill you. And if you really in that state where you see yourself doing bad and you going down the drain and you just say, fuck it, that means you're sick. Because you said, fuck it, I don't care. I'm just going to die. My nigga, you're sick. We live in a death culture where everything that's bad for us get presented to us in the forefront. And I got this saying that says, if they put it in your face, you got to question it. If you walk into the supermarket and the first thing you see, or the gas station, the first thing you see is some bullshit that'll kill you, you read the labels, they got a bunch of scientific shit that you can't even pronounce. You got to question everything they put in your face, from what they put on the radio, the type of music they playing. If it's in the forefront, they keep pushing a certain agenda. You got to question it from what you seeing. You got to question it from what you eating. Everything that they put in your face, there's a 99% chance it is made to kill you. Why is it like that? I don't know why. And that's another debate, you know, like, why is it set up for, like, you know, for self-love and self-appreciation, to be something that, like, you have to master? Like, maybe it's because you have to earn that greatness, that great part of yourself, to live in such a way, an abundance of health and love and self-mastery and stuff like that. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. Maybe your self-love and your strength and living in abundance is kind of like a muscle. You're supposed to work out and look good. You're supposed to earn these things. And if you're not willing to put the work in to grow your self-love and everything, then you can just go ahead and kill yourself. And all the tools to kill yourself is right in front of your face. You walk outside, the first thing you see is a billboard with a big ass cheeseburger. Like, here, nigga, just make a left down the street and go die. You feel me? Because we live in a deaf culture. And people, like, accept the culture, you know? People will be like, well, the way I eat, my whole family has been dying from this disease, like from diabetes. It runs in my family. No, it does not run in your family. Your eating habits run in your family. Y'all been eating the same thing. Your trauma run in your family. Y'all been going through the same thing. Y'all haven't fixed it. And your stress run in your family. And the list goes on and on. It's a lot of things that runs in your family that's been making you sick. Ain't no disease running, no DNA or nothing. You know? We live in a deaf culture. It is what it is. It's like, you know, everyone is in a death race, and it seems like a lot of people are running towards death faster. And a lot of people get to the point where even though they want to admit it, like, they don't even want to be here anymore. So they just killing themselves. And now with all this technology and VR, virtual reality, and crypto and NFT, I feel like those stuff are taking us further and further away from our natural selves and who we really are. Like, that's like the Matrix, like, literally has begun. And I also see online, it's like people that are considered highly intelligent, or people that are, you know, considered hustlers and getting money, that's really preaching it and pushing it towards the people. And certain people that I see pushing it, I be looking at them like, yo, come on, bruh. Like, I can tell, like, you're way more intelligent than that, but the fact that, like, they're a part of the deaf culture also, and money being the major part of the deaf culture, that a lot of people are chasing money. They don't even notice the fact that NFT and crypto and all those things are pushing people towards death, which is what I consider the machine, the system that a lot of people call the Matrix. Like, this shit is like literally death, and like, it's like selling your soul, and like, and within everybody's face. Because when people talk about selling your soul and stuff like that, they talk about, oh, you draw pentagram or whatever. It's kind of like a demonic thing, and you sell your soul. Now you're not yourself no more. Like, but me, I look at it as a way more simpler way. I look at it as you not being your true self and not living the life that you want. And I also say that everybody sells their soul. Like, if you waking up today and you going to a job that you don't want to be at just to make money, and you're not living in your purpose, you're selling your soul to McDonald's or to Viacom or to whatever company that you work for, that you don't want to be there because you're unhappy, and you just giving them your energy when you don't want to give it to them. So you selling them apart. Some people are selling their soul for $13.50, and some people are selling their souls for millions. And there's people that's just out here living within their own means and living in their purpose, and they're not gonna give their part of their being to be, or selling part of their soul to anybody, you know. And like, that's really like how the culture is set up. It's like, it's the deaf culture. And right now it's getting easier and easier to selling your soul. And it's going to get to the point where it becomes like a billboard. Like, yo, if you tap into this virtual reality, like, you can live for 200 years in this machine. All you got to do is sign up for it. And it's kind of like you're not part of Daichi no more. You're not part of yourself. You just give yourself away to this machine, and then, like, you're not really living. And it slowly started, like, with this program and these machines and the internet from Facebook to Twitter and now VR, and then like it's getting real deep to the point like people are really gonna be volunteering to sell themselves and give themselves away because they don't want to be out here in this real reality because they feel like, you know, they didn't have too much control of themselves or they're not living the way they want in it, so they just say fuck it, like you can have me. And you know, it's a lot of people that is just like I'm gonna call it suicide, that's gonna commit suicide and just sign themselves away to, you know, to just die in a machine and just stay there and not give a fuck, you know. And it's gonna be a battle between the people that want to live and the people that want to die. Like, it is what it is. Welcome to the age of where the pendulum is gonna swing both ways. I mean, swing totally towards the light, where you see life for what it really is, and it's totally swing towards the death, where you really see it for what it is, like where it's totally in front of your face, where it's literally a choice. It's kind of like, okay, live or die, and a lot of people are gonna choose to die because it's so easy to die. Are you strong enough to live? I know it's easy to say, yes, I'm strong enough to live. I'm living now, but really though, are you strong enough to live? Do you want to live? Are you gonna live? Do you have the will, the courage, and the love to live? I know you do, because I do. If I do, you do too. Yeah, I know. Quick moment of silence. You was thinking about it, wasn't you? Yeah, think about it. Let it soak in. And remember, I love you, because love always wins. That's the law. L-A-W. Remember, peace is a weapon. Kill 'em with peace.